Yo, woo, thanks for the sub, man. How's it going, dude? The Steel Rat? Love it. Appreciate the sub, man. Thank you very much. We're back. Another day of new way to play. Thank you again, Woo, for the sub. Appreciate it, man. You on your 25-month streak. That's insane. That's basically as long as I've had affiliate. You're the man, Woo. Appreciate you. Showing the first subscriber badge as well. Love it. But yes, welcome everybody. Today, day 3 of the round robin. We're in top 8 still. Although really 3 of those top 8 teams have already locked in a spot for top 4. But everything's going to be playing out for that last spot and also for seeding in the top 4. That's what Pramo's looking to do today. They have an important match against Ponda. It's not so much important for Pramo as it is for Ponda, but they want to get all the wins that they can here. So Pramo will be looking to get that win. Here's the team. We've got Steven, who's been the captain for a while, with Tanner. They've got some old-time players, Chip, Cora, and Sierra, and some teammates that have been on the team for a little bit, but not terribly long. Tommy Sponge, and then some new names in the form of Panzer, Pew Pew, and Evil SpongeBob, who is actually an EU player. I believe that's Playmaker from the EU server. So, this is the Premo team, and they have matches against Ponda and Melon today. So Melon will be a big match. Of course, they want to get seeded higher than Melon. Melon looking like the favorite right now, as according to some of the other top teams that I've talked with. But, of course, that is, or who is to say anything about that, right? Ponda will be playing for an important spot, though, because I'll show the screen in a minute for how the tournament standings are, but Ponda is fighting for a spot in top 4 as well. They are not quite out of it yet, from what I remember from the results at least. They're not out of it yet. So if I go ahead and share my screen in a moment here for what the tournament's looking like. Let me just go ahead and pull up the group. Full screen. And right here. So as we can see, top 3 teams are undefeated. They've got 4 wins and 0 losses. So Apex, Melon, and Primo are all basically locks for their top 4. The last spot, Leverage is currently in the lead with 2 wins, but 404 and Ponda have a chance here. These guys have 2 wins. Hayden and Evany, in theory, if they win everything, these guys start losing games. I don't know how it's working out with who's playing who, but Evany Hated might not have a shot, but I believe 404 and Ponda still might, because they are only 1 game behind Leverage for top 4. They could totally do it with these last few days, so we'll see how that goes. But yes, at the moment, Ponda looking to beat Pramo. But we're not following Ponda today, we're following Pramo, but this is still, an important match. Either way, you cut it here. So back to the matchups. Actually, I could totally, really quickly, I'm going to just pull up who everyone else is playing against today. So today we're doing 5 and 6, so we're seeing Evany Hated, Melon Apex. That's going to be a good set. I wish I were watching it. I am not. 404 Leverage, Ponda Pramo. I'm going to double check really quickly on Discord, and I would like to see if Robert's streaming that. Just checking the Blitz official Discord. Yeah, so Robert's going to be streaming Melon Apex, and he's also going to be streaming Melon Pramo, who I will be streaming the same game, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Robert streaming Apex will be an interesting one. Melon Apex, that'll be a great set. So yeah, there is that. We can go actually back in game briefly. Yeah, so those are the sets for today. If you got to take a good look. If we go, I think we got our tournament invite. We should have by now at least. That's what this is. Cool, cool. Still got 30 seconds till we go in, but it looks like Panda on the left, Pramo on the right. So let me go ahead and get that set in. Panda on the left. Great, beautiful. Should be all set for whenever we join the training room. I like to wait until there's 3 minutes left to join. It's just because I have a 3-minute delay and wouldn't want teams looking at the stream and getting an advantage and seeing what the tanks being picked are. When can I buy your man bun, sir? Ooh, I'm sorry that you can't grow hair, you boomer. What's up, Sulon? Welcome. Everybody's voting for Pramo here. 4.2k versus 69. That's so funny. 69 versus 420 times 10. That's great. Base 2. Apex doing pretty well. Yeah. Apex and Melon and Prem are all undefeated. But I mean, I've been talking to all the teams, and right now the consensus is that Joker/Melon is the best team. That's coming from Apex. I was talking to Apex for a very long time on Thursday. Yeah, Apex, very good. Very, very good. They had a really nice dominant win on leverage, which is pretty awesome to see. Okay. We can go ahead and join the room. I totally could have done that a while ago, so we will swap into our overlay here. We're on day 3 of the round robin. We're starting off on Alpenstadt, will be our first map, and we can go over the others as they come. But this map got a pretty large town, but also can be fought in the hill, and sometimes you see a little river strategies as well. But hard to predict when those happen. But right now we're seeing a fair amount of VK-72s, which we've seen a little bit of in previous games, but not a whole lot. Just usually one here or there. Primo did run 2 when they played on New Bay the other day against Hated, I believe. Yeah, that was yesterday against Hated. They did run 2, and it worked out for them. They did have 3 crons as well. That's something that Primo has tended to use quite a bit. Those Kronvons have worked out pretty well for them, especially in that one New Bay game. A tank that not many people expected to see in the most recent tier 10 rebalancing changes. They didn't expect to see the Kronvon in the meta, you know? Tank didn't get any high profile changes. The reloads were swapped around, and that actually helped a lot more than people thought it would. It will go strong with their 8th place streak. Oh man. They're not even that bad of a team, really. They've played the 4 hardest teams already. They've played Pramo, Apex, Melon, who are the 3 undefeated teams, and then Leverage, who is the other like arguable top 4 team. So the fact that they had those 4 matches as their first 4, pretty rough, but they could totally beat the other teams, which would be Ponda, 404, and Evany. I wouldn't be surprised if they won the rest of those, but we'll see how it goes for them. Back to this map. Or this match rather, we are seeing 2 and 5 Bs on either team. Just 1 each, but a 60 TP for Ponda going a little bit heavier. Also a 113 for that DPM. We don't see any mediums or lights either side of the board for this game here on Alpenstadt, which can be surprising. Sometimes you do tend to see those little medium and light tanks capturing the hillside base, etc. But we're not going to be seeing any of that right now, it seems. I need to really quickly fix my audio. It's very, very quiet for me. There we go. Should be fine for y'all, but for me, it was a little quiet, but that should fix things. We're gonna go right on up, fly around, see what's going on for both teams. Bramo sending their Kronvons immediately towards the A side, an interesting play. Normally, of course, you bring your mediums out here to spot early, but I mean, Kronvons with speed boost, totally doable. Honda committing very hard to the C side. Chipotle might be able to spot one of them. Doesn't seem like he will. We'll have a little bit of a little contest in the B base, potentially. Ramo got a very strong presence there, and also getting a lot of caps on C here. It does take a hit, Apple does, in the opening. They're going to try to get out of there without taking too much more. We'll do so, get the early cap lead. Get all of the Kronvons from Pramo kind of driving PP driving out pretty far. Tanner as well. Looks like they realize that they're not going to see anything from Ponda over here. And actually, Jason number 1 fan getting spotted. If he drives backwards, Tanner might be able to get a couple shots into him here. Jayta definitely seems to be aware of this possibility, but definitely not setting himself up to avoid shots from Tanner. Actually, Tanner's going all the way around, though. So, we'll see if he's able to get in any shots. Pew does grab the A base. So we are going to see both teams with a capture point. However, the difference is more than 100. I'm getting a few bleeds in. Looks like Tanner was able to get in a shot. Jayta realizing that there are tanks behind him and he needs to get out of here. He will attempt to do so from the river potentially. Pramo is yet to take any damage here, but Skips has also taken a shot. Holding this spawn the best he can here, but is he effective? Not really sure what the use of Taste and Skips are. Maybe they'll try to fight in Tanner and Pew coming in from the rear. Pew does finally get spotted. Honda is now aware that Pramo has some presence in the A side. Of course, they already grabbed the base. They knew it wasn't Tanner, so something else had to be there, but not quite sure where he was. Nice shot from Honda into Tanner. I think that might have been just a little HE shot just to splash. Either that or J-Tom missed and it was somebody else, but as far as I can see, he's the only person that fired that one. So finally, Ponda on the board with a little bit of damage. And again, they do have the cap lead, so no need to push right away, but Steven's getting ready to take the B base at any minute. He's kind of side-scraping here, even though the VK not the best side-scraping tank. That's not really the purpose of this thing. I think it's mostly used for that beefy alpha damage. Missing the shot on Apple, though. Looks like Ponda's going to be going right for a push here on Chipotle. They think he's isolated, but here Tommy might be able to put in a beefy shot into Apple as he crosses. Ponda getting blood out from the rear as well. Looks like shots coming in from Tanner. And some tank crosses. Tommy putting a big shot into Skips. And Skips is already on 600 hit points, 700 or so. And Pramo's completely lined up for this. In the meantime, Steven and Pew getting on the B base. We do see one reset, two resets. Steven starts to take hits, but maybe he could block for Pew. Actually, Steven does seem to be a focus fire target for Ponda, but now, getting on this left side of the base, will he be safe potentially? J-Tot taking hits, J-Tot number 1 fan taking hits, but Steven is starting to bleed himself. The points are still in vast favor of Ponda though, and it looks like Tanner's starting to come in from the rear in the Kron Von. He's going to have free shots on all of Ponda's heavies here. Finally, Pramo grabbing the B base. They will take the capture point lead eventually, especially with that kill on J-Tot. Pramo 3k hit points up, a tank up. They have an extra base, and they've already overtaken in the cap points already. Skip's quite low here. But Tace is going to try to push around and get the kill on Steven. Going to have to roll pretty high, though. Steven on 465 hit points. Will Tace get the kill shot? Not quite rolling high enough. J-Ton number 1 fan missing his shot. Skips, Apple, Paffalupi trying to make a play on Chipotle. He misses his shot. Big shot on J-Ton number 1 fan. Steven does finally fall over here. But now Pramo is all ganging up on Paffalupi, who is surrounded by several tanks. Capture points still in great favor of Pramo. We're at 900 now. Paffalupi about to fall. Apple doing a good job of actually hit point blocking and getting the kill on Chipotle's life here. Paffalupi may be able to survive this. Apple does block the shot, but of course keeping the tank alive is just as important. Paffalupi's reload pretty long here. Maybe he's reloaded. His Imarac is broken. Trim does fall right at the end, but Honda already lose to the capture points. Pramo going up 1-0. Really just those Kronvons gave some problems there for Ponda as they got all the way around, were not really contested at all, despite the fact that they were really far away. Pramo wasn't really ready to push, or sorry, Hated was not really ready to push anything into Pramo, who already had a really good lineup, ready to receive the push coming in from the C side. Tommy pre-aiming with some beefy shots in from the VK-72. That is the purpose of that tank. Get in those big shots, make big hit point differences right away. Pramo, Honda goes to game number 2 here with Pramo in the lead. I'm going to see a spawn change here for Lappenstat. Honda keeping the VK-72s. I don't really think they worked out as well for Ponda as they did for Pramo, who, despite being down on the caps, Pramo didn't have to push at all. Ponda was just willing to go ahead and push because they kind of got themselves cornered in from the Kronvons coming in from the rear, putting in some oppressing fire. Panda had no choice but to drive forward, but Primo was ready for it. This time, no beefy tanks from Primo. Instead, we're going to be seeing a 4005, which is a tank that we've seen here and there, but not a whole lot on the NA server. I've seen it on a couple others, but NA, not a whole lot. Maybe one here or one there, but I can't recall it at all, and maybe just one of them in top 8. Double 2 and 5Bs into concept as well, so we're going to be seeing some nice damage output tanks from Primo's side. Panda keeping the double VK, and again, no mediums, no lights on this map, but we do see a TD. Interesting picks indeed. But lots of types for Panda, going to rely on that troll armor and mobility combination. What's up, Pew Pew Jisu? Blitz is alright. I've been playing a lot of other games lately. Ooh, Panda. Last guy better ready up, 5 seconds. Pafalupi's got the T100 LT as well. Is Taste gonna ready up? Oh, I think my game's he might be lagging out here. I am going to really quickly let's see. I'm gonna restart my game because I've seen this issue happen already once where I loaded into a game very late. I think everyone readied up in time. It's just because my game stopped working. Don't know what's going on here. My internet connection seems to be perfectly fine. This is not good. See if we can get it to work here. We're loading in. Here we go. So everyone from Panda readied up just fine. I was having a little bit of lag. We didn't actually miss much of the game at all either. Starting up right now. We're only 10 seconds in, so we've missed nothing here. No issues, but Primo going hard A. Panda putting a few tanks over there, and T100 right in the middle here. Going for a sneaky quick B? Potentially. Don't know if he'll light anything over here. I want to see where this 4005 is going, by the way. He's going to the building, so typical pub spot for TDs here. Definitely usable just fine. Got plenty of cover as well. Looks like I'm not even worried about grabbing the A-base. So you're just going to drive right on through. J-Town #1 fan and Skips in there. Type 71's pretty aggressive here from Primo when it doesn't have to push into them. And Chipotle for his life 23 actually taking a ton of damage from the side. VK72's putting in big ones there into Chip. That's the purpose of the VK72's. Put in those big shots and you will do a good job. However, Panda got bled out a good amount as well. Trim already pretty low. J-Ta and Pew Pew trading some shots there, which honestly does benefit Panda with the hit point difference in the alpha. Trim getting another shot. That one into SpongeBob, I believe. That was only an HE though. But Skips and J-Ta are looking rather comfortable over there. Trim takes another big hit though. 542 that time. Oh, that's even Steven coming in from there. I didn't even notice him putting some headshots into Trim there. Apple might want to make a move on him. No, actually, it's going to be Pafalupi coming around from the rear. Steven may be able to get the pickup on Trim pretty early on. I didn't even notice the 2 and 5 either. Will Pafalupi be able to save Trim? He won't. Pafalupi actually missing the kill shot as well. Steven's going to go down. At the same time here, Primo making a push over on the A side on Skips and J-Ta #1 fan. Tanner's going to try to be coming around the rear here in the 4005. Clipping out somebody else here. J-Ta getting the kill on Chip his life. Going to turn around to Evil SpongeBob here. How is Tanner being effective in the 4005? Getting a nice clip into Taste. Big shots into Taste, who's now extremely low himself. Going back to Skips here, who does get picked up. J-Ta #1 fan running away from the area as Panda is able to pick up Tommy. And we've actually got a lead here for Panda in the hit points by about 2,400. J-Ta hoping to get the pickup on Tanner here. It may have to waste a big shell. No, Pafalupi's going to do it. Very good call to not take that shot. And instead, J-Ta putting a beefy one into Sierra, who's actually lit on fire and goes down. Evil SpongeBob going to be picked up extremely quickly here. J-Ta #1 fan and Pafalupi going around for the flank. Pew Pew does get the quick kill on J-Ta, but now it is a 1-on-3. Panda's actually going to equalize this one here. Plenty of hit points left. They're up on the caps. They do not have to worry about this game at all. And even though Pew Pew is dug down pretty nice here, it's not going to last for very long. We will see Panda equalize with a victory here. Might as well just drive in Papalupi. There you go. Well played to Panda there. 4005, not doing a ton of work. He did get some good bleeds into, I believe that was underscore taste, but he only really got one clip in, and that was enough from him as far as I could tell. Wasn't really used effectively in the tank destroyer position in the back that he was originally sitting in. He didn't fire, probably just to hide himself, but, you know, didn't quite work out. Steven had a clever insertion into the middle to try to get the pickup on Trim, which I guess he did successfully, but then he fell as well, and, I mean, trading like that, it's hard to say if that's a good trade or a bad trade when it's early on, but didn't end up working out for Pramo there. LT being able to rotate around was also pretty useful. He was able to help out on Steven, then go all the way to the A side push. Anyways, that's Ponda equalizing here. We're going to game number 3. Our next map is Normandy. This is a fun one. Another map where there's plenty of hills. This one's actually more hills. There's not really any city on this map. It just depends what kind of hills you like. You like hills at A, B, you like hills at C, D. Well, we got something for you either way. Probably not going to see any of those big bulky tanks. This is a map where there's really not a whole lot of room for them because there isn't a ton of like hard building cover that's tall enough to cover a TD, or not a TD necessarily, but like as a large heavy tank. We'll find it a little bit difficult to hide behind anything. Honda and Pramo both going very type heavy here. We see 4 and 5 for either team here. Honda bringing in a light tank again. Pramo sticking with all heavies. They've got double 2 and 5Bs though for their DPM, whereas Ponda only has a 113, so a little bit better damage output for Pramo. Arguably a little bit better haul down capabilities as well with the 2 and 5Bs in concept, although we don't really know if either types are running mobility or gun depression, which most people do run mobility, but not always, Entirely viable for either one to be used here on Normandy, where again it's all hills and hull downs. Am I actually in a tank? Yeah, I'm streaming in a tank, woo-woo bars. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yep, I am not in an... I have nothing here. That's funny. Probably just because of my game crashing. A little strange. Lomo, I didn't buy a tank. I rented a tank. Just got it for the next couple of weeks. It would not be economically viable for me to buy a tank and keep it just for these streams, man. Rent a tank is where it's at. Pramo Ponda tied 1-1. This is game 3. Remember, it's a best of 7 here. So we're going to be seeing at minimum 5 games now that it's tied 1-1. Ponda going more towards the A side. Pramo near C. Interesting how Korra and SpongeBob driving right around the C base instead of going for the cap. That may allow the cap advantage to go to Ponda here. They will finally put Korra back on. I think they just wanted to ensure that there is no one from Ponda in the area. And Jeta number 1 fan actually kind of caught out here a little bit. He's in this bunker, which is typically pretty safe, but already received a couple bleeds from Pramo, who's got tanks in the bull. They're rotating back to their own spawn as well. Jeta and Taste playing extremely aggressively. And Jeta actually getting bled out a little bit here. He is caught. Ponda kind of spread themselves very thin. They've got a few tanks in their spawn, a few tanks in the enemy spawn, and they're actually going to be trying to push through the middle with all this. Pramo has brought all of their tanks back to their own spawn. They're going to go for a counter push on Jeta, but actually Skips is going to be taking plenty of shots here. PP putting another one in. Chipotle looking to get the kill. Tanner does instead. Jeta still isolated here. He's going to be picked up by Pramo, and this is going to be a very quick victory here, potentially. Honda does finally get the pickup on Pew Pew, and now Tommy is going to be left alone against several tanks, but he's bleeding out Jeta just plenty here. Jeta still hanging alive over there, finally goes down to Korra. But now Pramo getting another kill as well. Taste is pretty much isolated. There is a 3-on-1 on Tommy, but Pramo's just got plenty of tanks left alive. 6-on-4 here. Pramo's just able to secure the kills. They've got better focus fire, better coordination as well. Taste is actually going to drop all the way down. And I think what that means is Pramo's just going to turn their attention all the way back to the rest of the Ponda tanks up there. Taste has basically eliminated himself from the game. Pramo's just going to grab the A base, not take any risks, and go on ahead and support Tommy, who just fell, but it is a 5-on-4 scenario. Hit points are about doubled here for Ponda. And they don't seem to stand too much of a chance against all of these super healthy tanks, as they're about to get the kill on Jeta, instead bleeding Pafalupi a little bit here first. He puts in one shot, and that's probably going to be it for him. And we're going to turn the rest of their attention to Trim. He gets picked up very quickly, and now it's just Taste, who is finally getting himself back up from hiding on the beach. There he is. He's not going to worry about hiding much longer. Just go ahead and end the game, get right into the next one. We're going to be seeing Normandy again, as the spawns will flip here. Game number 3 for Pramo. Taking the lead right on back here. Tanner with the top damage, 3.8. Concept putting in some work today. On to keeping the LT, will we finally see a light/medium from Pramo? They don't seem to need it right now. It's been working relatively well for them not having one. And they will not indeed run one. Having 260s into Concept now. Are looking to boost their alpha damage a little bit this time. Maybe they could be going for a more passive play. But Ponda with a Badger, that screams passive to me if they do end up readying up with it. Very difficult tank to push with, as we saw yesterday with Hated running a Badger on Rockfield. They had it on the A area, but as soon as there was a fight, it just got circled and killed almost instantly. Didn't work out for them very effectively. It looks like they may rescind on that decision there. Yep, going to be keeping the 200 LT, double 2 and 5B, triple type, an IS-4 in the mix as well for some more armor. I like it. Pramo keeping the Concept for those hold-down capabilities. It's a difficult nut to crack, even though its armor did get nerfed in the recent update. Still a very difficult tank to deal with in the proper hold-down scenarios. DPM also got increased. Okay. Here we go. Game number 4, Ponda Pramo, back on Normandy. Yo, Stinky for the 200 bits. Appreciated, man. Might want to find a new number 1. It looks like a 7. I actually have no idea what the 7 looks like, but thank you. Maybe after this I'll go ahead and mess around and you can see what the number 7 looks like, and yeah. I don't know. I like this font. The font works well with the rest of my thing, but I don't know how to change one specific number for the font, but appreciate the insights. Hope you're doing well, Stinky. Thank you again for the biddies. Pramo going for the middle here. No committal strategies this time from Pramo or from Ponda, who Ponda previously went directly into the A, basically all of them. Now not doing so, instead grabbing the C base. Pramo, in fact, so non-committal they haven't even grabbed A base at all yet. Hands are in an interesting spot here in the 215B. Typically can be a little bit difficult fighting on those hills, but Panzer looking like he's found a spot where it works pretty well. Do see a couple bleeds happening on this side. SpongeBob will finally get towards the D base, but it looks like Apple's going to try to get a quick reset from the rear. Oh my goodness. Nice little HE reset. Ponda may be putting an aggressive push here on Evil SpongeBob. But little does he know that Cora and Tanner are going to be coming in from the rear, and then Apple might be the focus fire target. Plenty of shots into Evil SpongeBob, so good bleeds at the beginning. But now plenty of Pramo tanks are going to be inserting themselves into the fight here as well. And Taste's going to be bled out a couple times as Pew Pew and Tommy start to fight in here. There's Cora, there's Tanner, both spotted now. Apple's actually tried to fall back, but Honda's going to need to bring all their tanks in here. Pafalupi joining the fray. Jayton number 1 fan as well. Panda really starts to need to bring everything in here. Now that their T100 LT is in the mix, that may be a good focus fire target for Primo here, but they're not able to shoot him quite yet. They have managed to hide Evil SpongeBob reasonably well, though, picking up the kill on Jta. And now Apple and Pafalupi kind of isolated on the outside of the map. Tanner and Cora going to be able to get into him after picking up the kill on Taste. Now Jta #1 fan falling as well. There goes Pafalupi. Primo has not yet lost any tank. I'm talking way too fast here. They will finally lose Tommy here momentarily to Skips after a max roll from Tommy, but after that, I mean, Primo's got so many tanks left. The hit points not even close here. Primo getting up yet another kill. Look at this hit point sharing. It's immaculate. There are 3 tanks from Primo that are under 500 hit points. Trim not able to get a shot into Chipotle. Skips finally did get the kill on Tommy, but there's not going to be a whole lot left for him. His teammate goes down. He's left on 300. Just driving right back into SpongeBob, who picks up the kill. And Primo with 6 tanks left alive at the end of that game. Holy cow. I'm going to really quickly move Panda up to 7. So that's your 7 right there, y'all. That's what a 7 looks like. It does look like an extended one. I don't really know how I could edit this font at all, but you are kind of right there. Yes, Panda is now up 7-3. I'm going to reset it. Come on. There we go. The way that my score thing works, I have to press the button to increment, I have to hold the button for a second to decrement, and then hold it for 3 seconds to reset. So I guess I just didn't hold it long enough. We're going to be moving to Mayan Ruins now, which is a map that we have seen before. I think. I forget if this was in the round robin or if it was all the way back in like the last chance tournament where we saw this map, but either way, that is what we will be seeing today. I am talking so fast that I am stumbling over my words. I will try to be a little bit slower this time, maybe. That would be useful for me. Primo rocking 4 crons. They do love that tank, but also bringing a 50B and a TVP in the mix. So 6 Clipper tanks for Primo right there. 50B and TVP especially have a very, very long reload. So this could be an interesting scenario where, you know, Primo unloads all of their shots, and then if they don't hit all of them, they're going to be having a very difficult time fighting their way back. However, I don't expect that from Primo. They've been making very few mistakes here, if any at all. Bounce shot here or there, maybe, but I haven't noticed any of them. Honda, on the other hand, going to have to start executing here. They are on the verge of losing this set, which would basically make it extremely difficult for them to be able to overtake leverage in their attempts to make top 4. So this is an important set for Panda. They want to try to make the Primo team pull a Warriors, just as Hayda did against Apex on Thursday night. So this is do or die for Panda now. They're going to be keeping the T100 LT. And Primo finally, of course, bring in a medium tank in the TVP right there. Tank can struggle against Type 71s as we saw previously, but Panda only running 2 of those this time. It's more than Primo, though, who has 0 types. I'm not sure if this is the first time we've even seen no types being run by any team in this entire tournament. It is a very nice tank. Primo going immediately for a B cap. That's what the IS-7's role is. It's a very quick, heavy tank. Actually, he's not even going to try to get into the base. Instead, Primo going for bleeds on Apple. TVP putting in a quick clip on him, as we weren't able to see. 50B also getting a nice clip in, and Chip's going to drive right around him, as Primo's going to aggress with their Kronvons, and Apple getting picked up immediately. Honda not able to support him at all. They've got 4 tanks all the way in the top. Jta anchoring. Pafalupi capping. But Primo's got a very quick kill immediately. Like what they did there, putting Tanner in that little edge spot, who got the quick clip. Chipotle, instead of driving in the B base, driving through it in order to secure the kill. Not sure if that was an on-the-fly decision by Primo, but if it was, very nicely called by, I believe, Tanner, who is the caller there. And Primo already have a major advantage, about 1,600 hit points up. They are winning on the capture points, and they're up an entire gun. That is a massive advantage to have indeed. Primo doesn't have anyone over on the A side. They're not worried about it at all. They are starting to rotate SpongeBob and Tanner back, though. Meanwhile, Primo's got 3 Kronvons just holding this middle area here, trying to keep Ponda boxed in into the Mayan temple side of the map, which they've done quite effectively. And it looks like we may see a little bit of tension on this side. Evil SpongeBob taking a couple hits. T100 LT and Type outspotting the 50B, which has quite poor camouflage. So no surprises there that the 50B did get outspotted. I don't believe he even lit Poffalupi or Jayton number 1 fan. And he's just going to have to keep staring. Anzer and Pew Pew are both ready to get bleeds on Trim if he drives forward at all. Don't believe that's something he will do, but this will afford Chipotle's Life 23 the ability to get onto the B base. Taste not going to be able to stop that cap at all here. Primo now has an even bigger lead on the cap. They're just completely boxing Ponda in. If you'll notice, it's extremely difficult for them to push through the middle here. Look at the Kronvons. They're going to start bleeding out Trim. Jayta and Trim quickly backing up, taking shots from Korra in the Kronvon, Pew Pew, Panzer, and Tommy all in the middle as well. And that's some very quick bleeds there. Ponda getting completely punished for attempts to move. Primo's just got them completely boxed in here. I wish I could drive higher to see more of the picture here. This is all that we can see. But all of Ponda's heavy tanks are starting to suffer a little bit. Only Skips, who's kind of hidden all the way in the A corner. But it's very difficult for him to push down this corridor right here. This 50B would be able to put 4 big shots into him if he's able to get those in. And Korra's actually going to box Skip in even more here. 1 shot, 2 shot, and that's 3. And now the Kronvon is just so far away from the 2 and 5B that he can just reload. Skip's going to make a move, but now we've got SpongeBob in the TVP to clip Skips out here. Every time Ponda tries to make a move, they are instantly shut down. And now it's a big 5,000 hit point difference. Primo's at 960 cap points. And none of Ponda's heavy tanks are able to make a stop at the B base without getting blood significantly. Look at Panzer in the middle of the map. We're seeing a strategy very reminiscent of what things were looking like on the New Bay game. 2 quick kills from Primo, ending this set 4-1. But yeah, as I said in the New Bay game, when Primo was playing against Hated, all they did was put 3 Kronvons in the middle. They oppressed everything that moved. And because Ponda was so boxed in there, every time they wanted to make a move forward, there was some Clipper tank ready to put shots in. And because they can put that damage in so fast, it's just discourages Ponda from making any move forward, because when they move forward to try to punish one Clipper for reloading, you've just got another Clipper ready to put big shots in. And that's just how this game went. Ponda boxed themselves in. This one not even close, even though it was a little bit closer in the hit points, only about a 5,000, 6,000 difference. Which, I mean, it's a significant number, but I've seen more. But yeah, Primo very dominant that game, and the set overall, taking it 4-1 over Ponda here, who are now set back even further in their hopes of making top 4. Of course, if Leverage has won their set, that would make things even worse for them. So, there you go. That is that set. We can go ahead. I'm going to try to see if I can pull up the website. Oh, first, I need to manage our prediction. Choose prediction outcome. There is Primo with the win. Congratulations to everyone who picked Primo here. I'm going to wait a good few minutes. I'm going to wait. Well, you've already got it at this point, but yeah. I just need to not spoil it because some people are still watching. A 3-minute delay and everything. Meantime, I'll play some Gravity, then we'll go ahead and take a look at results after a game or two, just to let everything else finish. I stopped to the wrong overlay, oopsie daisy, and I actually want to do this one with my face in it. Sorry about that. Looks a little awkward for y'all for a while, I'm sure. I'm going to start off with some I'll play 183. I don't play this in Gravity a whole lot. I'm not really able to hit my shots in this tank. Yeah, not all the matches from Tour 5 are over yet. I guess I can go ahead and show you after this game. Hopefully they will be done. A3 is a goofy tank in gravity mode, of course, because you just get that massive 1300 damage from above if you're able to connect the Hess shell. The big question is if you can connect that big Hess shell. This is also a tricky map because you can't really do cross maps as well with the goddamn building so big in the middle of the map, blocking everything. Makes it a little difficult. The cool thing is that you can sit on top of it, though. Can I shoot the underneath of him? Yes! The underneath of the Type 71. That's filthy. Oh, I made that guy miss nearly. Bro, let me back up. There we go. Can't believe I got his underbelly with Hesh there. That was filthy. Alright, I can go ahead and complete the prediction. There you go. Enjoy your points, everyone. You will have already had them for 3 minutes by the time you read me saying this. Damn it, I wanted to sneak a shot in there. This is so sad. Oh, we hit each other, but I did do 1300 to him again. Solid. Alright, well, since people are already spoiling in the chat, I guess I will take a look at the results here. Oh well, it's 3 minutes in advance, but so you've already known for the past 3 minutes, but now I gotta show them because someone's already moved. Okay, Melon 4 won over Apex, so Apex is no longer undefeated. Ramo and Melon are continuing to be undefeated. Leverage beat 40441, so they now have 3 wins. They're looking solid here. And then Hated and Evany are still going on, so this could potentially be a Game 7 scenario. So kind of crazy here. Leverage all of a sudden looking like they are able to overtake Apex if Apex doesn't win against Pramo on the last day. Leverage will be playing against Ponda and Melon, though, so it'll be difficult for Leverage to beat Melon, of course. So these are the sets that are remaining, and we still don't know about Evany and Hated. But very cool. We will continue to play our TDs in this game mode. I might as well just swap the TD at this point. What other TDs are there to play in this mode? Not really any that are worth playing. Could go for the Hori for the pen, but pen isn't that important. The girl's pen got buffed already. Have the game started yet? Oh wait, I'm stupid. You're half an hour late, Mr. Chariot. Yes, they're over. Pramo beat Honda 4-1, but Honda were able to get themselves on the board. They won the second game. Dang, even Honda had already got himself over the hill. I was not able to help out. But even Hunter is just going to keep on driving forward. big ram. We lost our 60 though. And I'm gonna hide behind this building in case I get yoked from the sky. So it'll sneak there. So their Yeg and their 183 are the ones that are unspotted. No surprise. So we'll go for a shot here. We could hit this. Nice. Big fire too. He's not putting it out. That's 1100 damage right there. Hell yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't need to care that much about people talking about the results of the games that I'm not streaming. How did that pan? That was a heat shell. Good kill there. I'm not surprised that one missed. But our team is not looking the best. I'm going to need to get some kills over on this side of the map. I think that might be the play here, is we don't want their TDs to just go unchallenged. Holy cow, this guy got launched. Yeah, Yag dies, that's good. Unfortunate little roll. Nice HE. Why would you jump there, buddy? Mistake. Big mistake. Chariot, if you could manage my second prediction, it is Pramo Melon. And that starts at 7 minutes past the hour. And for me, it starts 4 minutes past the hour. You will start seeing the games at 7 minutes past the hour. So if you could set it to end at 7 minutes past the hour, I would appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. If not, no worries. Good kill. I'm just kind of hunting down the other guys. Nice pick. GG. 183 and I get all the kills. Cleaning up. Loving Gravity. Gravity's been a good time. Getting a bunch of Discord DMs right now. Kind of crazy. This map is kind of cringe. I used to like it because, you know, it's a good map where you can shoot anything in the middle. But now people, like, know and well enough not to go middle, so it's literally just nothing happening. Whatever team decides that they're tired of sitting around, it just gets punished. Like, I was like, oh, I'll move forward a little bit, and I'm just gonna get punished for it. They got 0 and ZF on their team. What the hell? Yeah, now I'm just in a shitty situation. Yeah, and I accidentally used my reticle Kelly because I thought it was a repair kit. Love that. Skill? Gravity do be pretty dang goofy. Nice max roll, holy. Ah, it's 750 though. Max roll used to be 800. Bring it back, please. Oh, he got double tapped. Actually, only one of them was a tap and one of them was a ricochet. But that sent him full iron. We were ammo racked for a little bit. Goodbye, Scooter from Zero Clan. I thought they had a ZF. Oh yeah, they do. Their 183 is ZF. I was like, what the fuck? They had a very stacked lineup, but we're just better. Oh, we hit each other. I thought maybe if I shot him first, it would knock his shell. That's okay. Set it 7 past hour. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Should tune sometime. I was thinking about setting up a platooning for Twitch subscribers thing. I've been saying that for a solid, like, several months, and I've just never bothered, because right now I don't play Blitz that much outside of stream, and I don't know. I only play people that I'm super close with at the moment. I was thinking about opening up, but right now, I don't really platoon a whole lot. Then again, I barely even play a lot in the first place. NZ. Okay, how do they do against Evany? I don't have to I'm not gonna show it, but I just want to read how well Evany did. Come on. Website. Okay, Hated did beat Evany, but it was 4-3. Evany took it to game 7. Evany is officially doing better than Purple did last season. Purple only won 2 games. Evany has won 3. This is so sad. But Evany gaming out today. Taking a whole 3 games, forcing a tiebreaker, which is, admittedly, without trying to diss Evany, it's more than I expected of them for any match that they played today. Or this entire top 8. But they earned their way in fair and square. They beat Meow, which is, I thought, a formidable team. So yeah, no Evany hate, but I think they were a little bit outclassed this top 8, to be honest with you. Over the HE? Why not? Didn't connect. I was like, maybe there's a chance that it will. And it wasn't looking like it was going to. I was like, I'll get lucky, maybe. Maybe this HE? Nah, that didn't connect either. Damn. Not terrible. No worries, man. What teams you watching? Yes, Pramo NGT. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's not about, with the people I platoon with, it's not about the skill. It's about how close I am with them, really. If we're compatible, if it's someone that I like, that I'm comfortable with. That missed, man. Yag do be trolling me today. I haven't penned any shots today. It was just HEs not connecting. Or not today, this game. Not today. I've been fine today. I probably should not have auto in the first shot in the Foch anyway, because it goes center of mass and there's like his mantlet right there. This was a bad idea, but the fact that I missed that second shot was so sad. I'm gonna go for the kill on the Foch instead. Nice. Now I die. If they don't heal me. I do have teammates here. That's a Hori. Hey, hear me out. Oh, okay. Okay. That went right under him. This game be like that sometimes. Can I pin this guy from above? Not very well. Still dead. Oh, HE not penning. We're not doing enough, I should say. Man. Letting his open sussy tank tester. L. What's up, Draconic? Lots of points into Melon. Damn. Alright. Respect. Still got plenty of time until the game starts, so I'm going to swap. And I'm going to run that 183 again. Need to give it another shot. Yeah, I'm a social nugget. I get that, Smooth Dude. I don't really branch out to a lot of people either. I've got a pretty small friend group, but yeah, I don't really expand it very often. I got a close group of friends that I will play with when I feel like it, but more often than not, I don't really play with people at all. Dash connect midair? No, he got shot out. This is so sad. No. That would have been cool. The heavies are definitely flanking. You suck. Thank you for the follow. Like the username. Pretty goated. Remember, y'all, I am streaming with a 3-minute delay. Oh, fuck, I got lit. The IS-4. There, 183 fucked up. Never Jihad gameplay. Yeah, it'd be like that. Nice. They're not looking at me, that's good. I have an Apex player on my team, I just realized that. Kinda nutty. This game's been very quick. A minute and a half in. Ah! I pressed escape! No! Wait, I can still hit this. Wait, I can totally still hit this. No! My tank was rocking, and I was trying to wait for it to stabilize. I don't know what I hit. Did I hit escape? No idea how. I think I hit escape. My mouse, like, ended up on my other monitor. I was, what the hell is going on there? I messed that one up. Pixel? Nah. Nothing today. Nothing this game. Only a couple shots on the IS-4. Gravity Force? Oh no, yes it is. How you doing, Ryu Suck? Good to have you in here, man. Yeah, not a whole lot that game. Didn't even break 2K, lol. Draw with the yeah game. Okay, fair enough. This is a very campy game mode. I'm not that surprised. There's someone in my team, one of the Sheridans. His username is the Void Clan Tag. That's pretty goated. No, do not hash me. That didn't pen. Alright, 200's already dead. Figures that I'm getting pushed immediately. Okay. Are Yeggs staring, waiting for me to move? I like what our 704 is doing. I think I'm going to do something similar. I just leave. Why is everyone voting Melon? They're undefeated. They're very good. Both of these teams are undefeated. So it's anyone's game, really. You are very correct, Longo. People consider Melon to be the strongest team. They already beat the undefeated jumping was a bad idea. I thought I was going to try to dodge his shot last second. That guy's literally been staring at me every time I get spotted. And that guy's not even lit anymore. The team's not here. This is bad for me. I likely die. I sneak the headshot. Nope. Very difficult to do that now on tanks that have tracks that cover the entire side, such as the T-30. Yep. They're both the only figures. I had 3 tanks on me, actually. I don't know where everyone else in my team went. Still got about 7 minutes. I'll play one more game. Just predicted. Respectable. Very nice. We'll see how it goes. These are the 2 strongest teams. They're both undefeated. Excited for this matchup? Yeah, me too. That's why I chose to stream Primo today. And Robert is streaming Melon because he wanted to see this match too. But Robert also got to watch them play against Apex and beat Apex, which is pretty big because that's Apex's first loss. Sorry, 1 second. My mouse is messy because I've been eating chips. We've already lost someone. We're there. That guy's teleporting like crazy. Team's not doing too hot, huh? Just so you know, Ree and everyone else who's new, I'm on a 3-minute delay right now. So I'm reading your chat messages, and you see my responses 3 minutes late, because I do have a delay just to prevent people who are competing to watch the stream and know what the enemy's doing. Is that it? Would not be fair. What the fuck? This guy chats after every shot that he takes. Cope. Nice. Primo's the underdog, let's hype him up. Alright, there we go. We have our invite. Games will start in about 5 minutes. Just want to see who's on the left and right. Primo left, Melon right. Got it. So that means Primo left, Melon right. And I need to swap the team icons around. There we go. We will go ahead and wait about 45 seconds until we have less than 3 minutes on the clock. We'll go ahead and join the room and talk about whatever maps we're seeing, which I haven't looked at yet today. This should be an exciting set because these are the top 2 teams, both undefeated. Nice. Oh, today's your first stream review, so congratulations. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's awesome, man. Congrats. I was around there for a long time. What's up, Floofy Sniper Ducko? Welcome. Myro, battles are not over. You are about a few minutes away from these matches starting, actually. Grab out Melon. And here we are. Go ahead and take a look at the map that we're seeing. It's Yukon. Okay, here we go, Yukon. And yeah, look at the logo from Melon. It's literally, they told me to use the Melon emoji. Pretty goated, to be honest. So they've got that. 4 types for Melon, so they are a type-heavy team. Looks like Primo going to be running them as well. No Kronvons here on Yukon for Primo. This is a 4-cat map and it is asymmetrical, so there's plenty of counterplay in either team. The spawn that Joker currently has is a little bit faster to get to the capture point B than it is for Primo's side to get to C, so they might have a little bit of a cap advantage, but I don't expect that to be too big of a factor. Thank you, Raggy, for the follow. Excuse me. Looks like Melon will be running a Sheridan for that nice view range and alpha damage combo, as well as 2 E100s. Those recently got buffed to have much better frontal turret armor, which really forces you to shoot premium if you want to penetrate their turrets frontally when they're angling, especially. The Yag E3 and E4. I haven't played the E3 or the E4, but the Yag's pretty good, but the Gorilla is definitely the best. That's for sure. But what did you miss? You missed Primo playing against Ponda. Primo beat Ponda 4-1. And yeah, we're going to be seeing Melon Primo in about an hour and a half, or sorry, a minute and a half. Got a 2-5B for Primo, so they're a little bit softer with the 2-5 being the concept. Melon's pretty much got all strongly armored tanks save the Sheridan. And Primo's actually not going to be running a medium or light this game, so Melon's going to have that advantage as well. Primo does have the hit points though, and the pushing power with 7 heavy tanks. U100's not as great of a tank to push with necessarily. They're good for soaking, but if you want to start getting kills and stuff, U100, they're good for dishing out big shots, but not for getting those kills. "50 seconds left until the battles start. Predictions should be ending in just a second here if they're not already over. And Melon has big advantage, only 149 people put in points for Primo, so this bet is essentially useless. No one's going to be earning much at all. You might earn like a few points, if any. So, very, very nice. I should probably ready up. Don't want to miss game number 1. And yeah, there's Robert on the other side, so he is streaming this one. For the other team, I'm going to go ahead and open up his stream, see what he's got. Yeah, here we go. Nope, and I need to reset the scores. It is 0-0, y'all. There we go. And you got to swap the teams. Looks like Melon's on the left. There you go. Posture check appreciated. We'll sit up straight. Always good to have that reminder. Here we go. Melon, Primo, 2 undefeated teams looking to see who will be the top seeded team. Although it would be really interesting if Primo beat Melon and then Apex beat Primo. Then we'd have like a 3-way tie for first. Which would be hilarious, but there would be other methods of determining the tiebreaker there, which would be like a games lost, I'm guessing. Whoever lost the least amount. Tanner's getting spotted by Steeler. Look at that view range, lighting up several tanks. Panzer, Tanner, all getting spotted by the Sheridan, who is good at view range. It could have been coming spotting Panzer, though. Good shot in from the 60 TP. And as predicted, Melon getting a little bit of a capture point lead. Not by much, though, but just due to the virtue of base B being a little closer to spawn than base C is. However, Melon getting right into the D base. Primo getting right into the D base. They've got several tanks there already. They also have a potential tank to push, which is Lakami, who is being rotated all the way out, and Assassin will do his best to cover him in the meantime. Looks like he's going to be digging down in his spawn, looking to see what comes around this way. Melon will get the A base. Primo does have the capture point lead, though. They were able to take it. And there is Steven getting spotted. Looks like they're going to go for a quick push right away, right into Melon's spawn. Cora, Sponge, Tanner, all coming on in. Assassin, Killer coming in. Yarrow are all ready to take it in, though. But Kami getting hit for even more points. He's getting focused down right away. In the meantime, looks like Cora is going to be shot down by 2 Type 71s from Melon, as well as Assassin Killer potentially looking down there. Pamera's already got their pick. Hit points are even right now. It looks like Melon's also getting onto the C base as well with the Sheridan to try to stop the capture points from going up for Primo. Watermelon, one of the next focus fire targets. No, it's going to be Assassin right here. Cora still staying alive, finally going down. And Sierra, ooh, Assassin Killer getting picked up as well. So Premo's got plenty of tanks, but they're all on the outside here. They really need to get themselves in. DJR and Watermelon might be the next focus fire targets. There's a bounce shot on DJ. I like how they're turning their armor to all of Premo's tanks over here. Oh, is that an Amarak for 1800 damage? That changes things potentially. Looks like there's still a 2000 hit point difference here. Premo actually going to be on the advantage here, despite getting a tank Amarak for nearly full health. There's your 60 TP Amarak, reminiscent of the old meta where we would see one of those almost every other game. And there we have it. Steely taking a couple big hits now, trying to pick up that light tank now. And Melon's actually going to lose game number 1 to Pramo here. I'll go ahead and put it up there prematurely. Oh, that's the wrong team actually. Since I had to swap the teams around, it confused me a little. But Pramo taking game number 1. Which is a little bit of surprise, really. Pramo just had a good push on the outside here. Melon thought that they had enough tanks to take it. But also it was Cora staying alive as long as he did. Melon only put 2 tanks on Cora, which, I mean, it should be enough in theory, but he hung on for a long time. Premo was able to secure the push and just took it right on through. That 1800 damage ammo rack on Panzer did not change things, as, you know, my initial reaction was 1800 damage, that's huge, but looking at the hit points afterwards wasn't really quite as big a deal as I thought. Type 71's no surprise, yes. What's up, D. Meisner? Uh-oh, Tanner offline. He's already readied up in his tank, though, so maybe just going for a quick restart here, but Pramo up 1-0. Everyone who voted a lot of points onto Melon starting to quake in their boots here. This is going to be a much more even matchup than is suggested by the bets. Melon actually going to be swapping over to 6 types and an Object 140. They are proponents of the 140. This is something that I am aware of. I've talked to MJ a bit. He thinks the 140 and 907 are crazy cracked. So we are going to be seeing those run from Melon right now. Just one of them, though. Pramo going to be taking double TVPs. You're going for those clippers. They might struggle against these types. The type which not only has amazing armor, but great mobility to turn the frontal armor of the Type 71 to face the TVP, making it that much more difficult for them to get in their damage. So that is a potential issue here for Tanner and Sierra running those 2 tanks. We'll see if they can hit their shots or not. Premo's going to keep those double 60 TPs there for survivability and for alpha damage. A couple types of their own, though. So game number 2 is about to begin. Melon looking to equalize it here. Both teams, of course, want to continue their undefeated state. I don't know who Melon plays tomorrow, but Premo's going to have a very tough matchup against Apex. We go, game number 2. Pramo going to be going right for the B base, as is suggested by the map layout. But it looks like Melon's going to straight up ignore the C base initially with their medium tank, knowing the fact that they won't be able to get it very quickly as compared to the B base. So deciding to bring the 140 all the way over to a more aggressive position, and then grabbing it with a heavy tank instead. I like that decision there from Melon. Good pick right there. And they're going to get right under the D base as well, not wasting any time. These types playing extremely aggressively. Pramo starting to dig down in their spawn, just like Melon had done last game. They've got types all the way in the rear. They've got Panzer sticking up nice and forward here in the 60 TP. He hits a nice heat shot right there. Nicely done. And Pramo is getting ready for this push. However, here comes all of Melon. They're right on Panzer here. And look at all of these tanks from Pramo that are just not in the fight. Sierra and Tanner both very far away. They're going to try to focus down Watermelon as he's getting clipped out a good amount there by Tanner. But Melon's just got everybody over here. They've taken out Panzer already. And they're just going to continue the push right into Steven. Huge overextension here from Pramo. Not nearly enough tanks to cover this fight. And Melon with 5 very fast tanks getting right in here. Look at how fast the Type 71s get in, but also the 140 putting in plenty of shots. This was just a very easy, quick push here. Premo's got Korra all the way far out. Tanner and Sierra still joining the fight, and Sponge camping back in the concept. Now it is Melon that has the hit point advantage. Both of TVPs from Premo are reloading, and now Melon's just going to continue the push. DJ going right for the capture point, getting a nice HE shot into Tanner. Couple tanks getting put onto Sponge as well here, who is not dug down nearly as well as he would like to be. Do see Sierra doing his best to support, though, putting in those side shots. He's going to go around for the clear on Yarrow, who decides to turn away from Sponge. You do see one shot in. There's another one from Tanner, actually. But it's not enough. It's a 4-on-3 right now. Both the TVPs are reloaded. Sponge goes down. And Melon with the very strong push right into Premo. I mean, Premo was just way too split there. There was nothing more to be done that game. TVPs, you know, it is nice for some quick damage. Die for time, says Assassin. No, I think Tanner wants to think. I think Tanner wants Premo to think about how this is going. Have reflections on what to do for the next games. I respect it. The missed HE from DJ. I respect it from Tanner, though. Fighting to the end. There we go. Game number 2 to Melon, who equalize it in a very convincing fashion there. That game, not very close. There we go. Let the animation play out a little bit. Damage, not really important numbers to look at, although DJR does do on the top. He was a very aggressive player this game, but really it was just the cohesion from Joker/Melon. Premo just didn't have this game. Again, splitting up a little bit too much, but that's kind of what Melon did the very first game, so things kind of repeating themselves there. Now we're moving on to game number 3. Our new map is Naval Frontier, which we have not yet seen this tournament. Melon's going to be keeping it cool with the 6 types again. Swapping from the shared into a bat chat, though, for that little clip potential. Maybe view range isn't as much of a factor on this map. I could totally see that being the case, as the map is really cut in half by those giant hills in the middle and the large building in the center that overlooks the B base, right in between B and I think it's C. So bring the bat chat instead, and Premo got... They have 7 different tanks here. IS-4, 50B, 2 and 5, Type, Concept 60, LT. So they will run an LT here. Bringing back last meta. But yeah, 7 different tanks for Premo. I don't remember the last time I've seen that happen in a competitive match. Each one, of course, has their own strengths and weaknesses. We'll see if Premo is able to utilize them in the appropriate manner to take on Melon, who is steamrolling that last game and hoping to do the same with 6 types there, keeping it simple. I don't think we've seen any games so far in NA where a team just runs 1 tank, but this is the first time I've seen 7 different ones. Very curious. Everyone's starting to join in now that the good set Melon Premo's going on right now. Uh-oh. Nigel, thanks to the catch. I have already done so. I can catch it myself, but appreciate it. Right, I should say I can catch it. I have caught it myself. Unfortunately, when people are chatting 3 minutes behind, it's not very useful for me to read the chat to fix things. If it were live and I had made a mistake and I hadn't caught it, that would be very nice. Looks like Premo is going to be sending their LT into the B area to try to get those quick spots. Sometimes you can look at the tanks that are crossing through the A area right about here, but there are none of those there. From Melon, who has brought a couple tanks more towards to get resets on B, but plenty of their tanks are just on top in C. I'm going to get spotted there as well. Looks like a few good bleeds into Tommy, who actually takes a couple shots there. He's going to dig straight down. Premo going to be continuing aggression on this side. Tommy driving forward into this little edge right here. Steven stepping right onto C. He's going to have plenty of Melon tanks right on him. Melon, who looked like they were driving through B, they're actually going to try to surround Pramo. Or, no, they're not even going to go for a push on Steven. They're just going to try to split Pramo up even more here. Just stop the rest of the Pramo tanks from getting good bleeds in there. Swap over to Steven, who is already on only a few hundred hit points. So is Tommy, who's actually getting pushed by several Melon players. He goes down quite quickly. There are things going on all the way both sides of the map here. Steven getting picked off over here. SpongeBob getting just completely pushed out away by Assassin Killer. He's completely eliminated that tank from the game. And Melon getting another kill, this one on Steven. We do see another brawl here. This is a 2-on-2 area. Tanner versus Kami and Chinkerjeet with Sierra in help, but Tanner's actually just going to drop off here. He's not even going to bother. He's just going to leave Sierra to die here entirely. And Panzer, who is farming from the rear with the T100 LT, but that's not doing nearly enough damage. And Melon with the large aggressive push again. This one very effective there. I like what they did, bringing one tank to just push the 50B out from the rest of the fight. Basically completely eliminating that tank from the game. And once Melon had the tank advantage, they could definitely afford to do it. Very quick and convincing game there. Barely over 2 minutes long. That was a 2-minute and 13-second game. Melon extremely dominant there. They go up 2-1, taking the advantage of this set. Holy cow. I was curious to see how Pramo would use all of their tanks to their strengths, but I didn't even have the time to do it. They put the IS-4 on the cap. He was a quick target. Tommy, the only type, the fastest heavy, of course, driving right across on the C area, but he got bled out instantly as well. And Melon, you know, they know that the Type 71 is the best pushing tank in the game right now, so they just brought a bunch of those, and they pushed, and they got the win. It is just that simple. The diverse lineup not looking too good for Pramo. They're going to swap potentially to some more fancy tanks. We see a 4005. Are they keeping that? Let's see. Naval Frontier again, spawns are swapped. I have no idea where you would put a 4005 on this map, to be honest. But Tanner's going to run it. Maybe putting him in the area overlooking B to see if he can catch any of the tanks crossing to A. The types might be too fast for that. I don't know if they'll be able to get any effectiveness. And especially now that the 4005's got a longer reload than it used to. Don't know if that's going to be the use case. We'll put him somewhere else, but I have a hard time thinking that that'll be unpunished by Melon. Tank is so big, so fat, and so hard to hide. Couple 2 and 5Es and 3 types from Pramo, but Melon actually dropping one type. They want a little bit more guns in this game, so 2 and 5B, a good pick. Back to the Sheridan also, so they do value the view range and the alpha damage here. I didn't see how effective the bat chat was, to be honest, that game. But it was just a tight push. It was just a brain dead tight push. Not to call Melon brain dead because, you know, that's a good strategy. But, like, you don't have to think very hard. You don't have to have a very intricate strategy. And that 7th tank pick, not nearly as important when you have 5 or 6 types that are just making that push. Yeah, I'm not trying to call Melon brain dead. They're the top team for a reason. Anyone can run 7 types. Not everyone can succeed with 7 types. Pramo are going to be taking a couple tanks more towards the AB area potentially. Where is Tanner going? Is he just going for the TD spot? He will be. You know, looks like he definitely doesn't reload in time to get side shots on Watermelon, even if he were going to the mid spot. Does not work. Watermelon does get a quick shot taken from Sierra, but Melon's not concerned with this spot. They've just got him here to overlook the B base. And Steven with another aggressive push, this time through the B and C trench again. And Melon's just going to put their tanks right there. They've got double types in. They're ready to fight this one out, and Steven's just got himself completely stuck here. SpongeBob and Tommy not looking to put themselves in the mix. They're not even trying to cover for Steven. Definitely a mistake on the hit point sharing there, and he just goes down for free. And look at Melon. They've got DJR in half hit points, Yarrow in half hit points, Assassin in half hit points. They're looking very good in terms of the hit point sharing, even though things are relatively even on the hit points right now. Sierra's caught in the middle. He's going to get focused out here by Watermelon and Assassin. Look at the target selection here. from Melon. And Sierra not even going to be able to get the kill. He goes down. Melon's just going to push themselves in from the BC area, and the onslaught continues. Finally, Primo getting the kill. The hit points are a little bit closer than they were last game, but the tanks are in favor. Ooh, actually no. Kami does die all the way on top, and Steely, Panzer are fighting against each other there. Steely should win that fight. Well, does get a tank dropped here, though. Assassin does fall, but 2 tanks on Tanner there. He goes down. I wasn't really able to look at how well the 4005 was being utilized this game, unfortunately. Definitely I could have done better there. I like how Cora's blocking for Tommy as Tommy drives forward to put a shot in. Very nice. And Primo's actually poised to potentially take this one. It is a 3-on-3. Steely doing his best to run away from Panzer, who actually may not lose this 1v1 that I initially thought he might after all. In the meantime, DJR 100 hit points, and Evil SpongeBob is going to attempt to drive right onto him. Nice shot though, DJ. Shinergy and Cora kind of duking it out over here. Cora with a big missed shot. Hit points are actually in favor of Melon now. And Cora getting hit again. And Evil SpongeBob, who missed the kill shot on DJR, he's going to have to hit this one. Come on, buddy, hit this. There you go. And Panzer also getting the kill. So now it is a 3-on-1 scenario. Shinergy still has more hit points, if you find that hard to believe. Needs a high roll on Cora. Doesn't get it. Doesn't actually hit the shot at all here. Cora, you do need to start hitting these. There's one from Evil SpongeBob. There you go, Cora puts in the big shot. Now it's a 2-on-1. Panzer putting one in on Shinergy. Grabs the C base, and Evil SpongeBob with the kill. Primo has equalized. We are 2-2. Things were looking a little suspicious there for Primo at the start, but they prevailed. Very well played to Panzer, who was able to survive against the Sheridan despite being about a 200 hit points left, where the Sheridan was still at over 1,000, and he still was able to win that 1v1. His survival is definitely vital there, as he was able to put a shot into the last remaining Melon tank at the end. And there we go. We've got a nice tied set here, 2-2. This is still anybody's match here. We're moving to Ghost Factory. This is a new one as well. Really, I think all of these maps are pretty much new at this point. Oh, I really want to quickly see how well that 4005 did. I was not able to watch him very much. 1800, not great. That's like barely over a clip. I should also move back to the Kenny Atsu, because that is how we do it here. Thanks for the follow, M4 Rack. Appreciate you being in here. Looks like Evil SpongeBob went offline, but new map, Ghost Factory. We are seeing some 2 and 5Bs. Melon keeping it simple. 6 types, and their 7th is just a light tank. They've been switching around what that light tank is. Used to be the Batchet, then it became the Sheridan, and now it's the T100 LT. Looks like my stream deck has stopped working. I'm going to try to replug that one back in. Having some issues here. Type 71 OP, yes. Uh-oh, I'm having some PC issues. I'm going to try to fix that real quick. Alright, we might not be able to manage this score anymore, unfortunately. We're losing Bluetooth. I can't hear anything anymore. Uh-oh. Okay, Bluetooth is back. My PC had some serious issues there for a minute, y'all. I can't hear anything, though. I need a moment to get things all set up here. I've lost everything. Stream Deck down. Uh-oh. PC's having a meltdown here, y'all. Okay, we're back. Oh, sorry, that took a couple. Here, do I have a Spotify stream playlist? This is a public playlist, it's not mine. But yes, I do. Melon's going for a very aggressive opening here, taking both B and C in all of these types here. Sorry, y'all, I've been a little bit distracted trying to make sure that my PC doesn't break. Primo have kind of set themselves up in this A ridge here, trying to prevent any sort of push into the A area, but now Melon has 2 bases immediately. They're headed straight to take a third here. I mean, Assassin Killer is going to take a couple hits for it, but now Joker having 3 bases before Primo even gets 1. They're just going to try to dig in and play this as safely as they can. Pew Pew not able to get any resets in here from what I can tell. Now doesn't have the ability to do that, and Melon 3 bases a minute and a half into the match here. Holy cow. Good shot from Primo. They're getting a few bleeds in here. They are yet to take any damage. So that is a good sign for them. Now getting bleeds on Chinergy, who is relatively alone here, despite, of course, there being several tanks from Joker all in this town area. Not quite able to get the shot in there, though. And now Steven is actually quite far out. There's no one else from Primo actually able to support him. He's missing his shots on Kami. Hitting that one, though. But he is isolated in a 2-on-1. He's going to be picked off by the LT and him pretty quickly. Looks like Primo does go for a hard push, though. They pick off Chinergy in the town. Now going for Assassin, and here, actually, Watermelon may be an easier target for now. Thank you for the follow, Mandalorian. And Primo's got a pretty solid push here. They've already got the pick on Chinergy, which evens out the fact that they lost Steven so fast. But now Chip attempting to stop the base because Melon's already at 600 points. Yaro's fighting him here, and we do see MJ trying to put a shot into the rear of Chip. He's going to drive backwards right into Melon instead of hiding behind this little brick, which would have been smarter. Doesn't matter, though. At the same time, Sierra does get the kill in the corner on Assassin Killer. They're going to be bringing all of their tanks in here. Chipotle's still alive against Yaro. I don't know why Chip turned himself over there. He just needs to get this last shot in before going down. He does so, and it is a 4-on-4. But Yaro is extremely low here. Pew Pew needs to get the kill here as best he can. He does so. It is now Kami who is in a bit of a fight with Tanner here. He does have support, but 2 2-and-5Bs are coming right on in. Tanner does get bled out here a little bit. He is definitely going to go down in a moment. Actually, no, he may survive. MJ's just got all these tanks on him. No, Steely does pick up the kill. But it is a 2-on-3, and Primo is just way too healthy. All they need to do is keep this 200 LT from running away. Melon does still have a good amount of capture points, and this guy's definitely going for the A base. But Primo's just going to worry about getting the kill on PPU. I don't know why Panzer's shooting HE here. Mistake shooting HE. For as long as MJ can survive, that would be very useful. Sierra is going to get onto the C base. Stop that from ticking up. Not a bad play here. They only need 2 tanks to get the kill on MJ. Steely will get A, so the caps are going to keep ticking up, but that's really the only play for Melon at this point. Here we go. Now it's just Steely left against 3 healthy Primo tanks. Primo's actually going to take the advantage coming into this last one. Steely going for the ram. Yes, sir. What a move. I respect it, Steely. They just want to get this over with. But Primo has the advantage. Everyone who voted for Melon in the stream quaking in their boots right now. Okay, we should be good with the PC. I really do not know what happened. First, my stream deck went all black. Then I lost Bluetooth connection. I wonder if there was some sort of update in the background that affected my USB ports. I hope that wasn't the case, but definitely could have been. Pew Pew doing top damage there. Looks like the T100 LT, despite doing top damage, was not able to carry Melon. And now Melon is facing a loss here. The winner of this set will continue their undefeated streak. Loser will be handed their first loss. But this is a great set. This is definitely the closest set that I've seen so far in this stream, potentially. I mean, Apex and Hated, yes, that went to a tiebreaker, and it was the reverse sweep. But really, there weren't that many games that were close there. Only the one on Castilla. Then again, a lot of these games have been steamrolls too, so Maybe that was a bit of a closer set, but either way, this is an awesome one, and these are the two top teams right now, so that makes it that much more intense. You're on the other spawn for Ghost Factory. Melon has dropped one of their types in exchange for a TVP, so bringing a TVP in the mix, I respect it. From what MJ has told me, Assassin is not particularly a fan of mediums or lights, but here he is running the TVP himself. And Pramo going to be busting out the Kron Vons that they have so far. Maybe not Steven. No, Steven will run the Kron. Double TVP, so they're a heavier team. Not as much damage output, but they do keep the T100 themselves. Not keep. I don't think they had one last set, but they do have one now. Last game. But Pramo has made good use of the Krons. Will they continue to do so now? They want to wrap this one up. They don't want to force a tiebreaker. They do not want to give Melon any chances here, and I wouldn't either if I were them. Game number 6. Ghost Factory between Melon and Pramo. Pramo wins it. They win the best of 7. Melon wins it. We go to a tiebreaker. Now that Pramo has the south spawn, they will be sending plenty of tanks towards the D area. Last game, they had Pew Pew there. He got a nice bleed or two in, but looks like Melon will do similar, only having Yarrow far away, Type 71 to guard the A ridge. They will put a tank into the town. Pramo is yet to do so, thanks to the follow Colton. So Melon will get the quick base lead, double capping B. And they do have their T100 in the D area as well. He spots Pew. And the T100 versus a Type 71. A Type will usually win that engagement. Nice bleeds though into Steely. He takes a big shot from Korra, who used his tungsten to make sure that he got a nice high roll there. Panzer also grabbing the A base briefly, drives off of it. Now stepping back on. Melon maybe rotating to A, and it looks like Panzer does not want to capture the base, realizing that Watermelon, MJ both coming in the area. Pramo instead getting right onto base D, and they're going to have the rest of their tanks here to protect Pew Pew. He only took one shot for it, but look at all of these tanks here from Melon who are lined up, ready in case Pew Pew does decide to push forward. Will they be able to get the reset? Yes! Nice shot there from Lakumi. Actually able to prevent Pramo from grabbing the base, and Melon is only going to solidify their cap advantage here. Synergy does miss his shot. Will Pew Pew grab the base? Yes, this time Lakumi not able to get that reset. But Melon does have the lead by about 60 points now. Assassin and Steely both holding this A area nicely, with MJ and Watermelon to keep everyone away. Pramo will need to make a push at some point, and it's not going to be easy for them to do, of course. 6 types, that armor is very troll, and if you get a couple bounces when you're pushing, it can be very difficult to rebound from that. Pew Pew keeping aggressive here, trying to keep Melon in check. See how many tanks are spotted in this area. Put 5k and Pramo Joker better throw this. Uh-oh, Sulon. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Thank you, Chariot, for keeping the chat in check with the whole spoilers thing, just in case. Stinky with more bits. Hell nah, dude. I'm not playing the Kennyatsu. I'm not playing that tank, dude. They nerfed it hard with the matchmaking. Anyway, I shouldn't be looking at... I should be talking about this. Thank you for the follow, Umakuna. Pramo has Pew Pew completely alone over here. Melon's got plenty of tanks that they would be ready to put in the area, but instead, Panzer getting bled out trying to stop the A-base Assassin Killer in the TVP, putting a few shots into him, whereas Tanner is just trying to go for an A-push entirely, not trying to wait too long, and looks like Steely getting bleed a couple times here, and Assassin Killer is stuck. Melon will try to pull back, whereas Chinergy taking the 1v1 against Pew Pew, which Chinergy should win, but now Tanner actually sitting kind of in the middle of several Melon tanks. It doesn't matter though. Quick work made of Assassin Killer. Now Watermelon should be an easy target, although Steely was able to run away. Pew Pew holding on for as long as he can. Melon starting to bring in some reserves here. Kami, Yarrow, and Melon J potentially coming in. Nah, MJ is more worried about Chipotle's life here, but Tanner needs to not block Sierra's shots here. Watermelon doing a good job of using him as cover. Sierra missing the shot after aiming it in for so long. And Watermelon not getting the kill quite yet. He's reloading. Panzer does fall though. I didn't see where he died. But Kami and Steely both on a sliver of hit points. Cora looking in on them. Watermelon does fall though. So does Kami. Primo has 5 tanks to Melon's 4, and they're actually going to be able to double team Yarrow here. However, A base is getting taken by MJ. Pew Pew is still losing his fight here against Steely. It's actually 5 on 4. No, losing against Chinergy. He's survived for such a long time though. Another big shot into him. But I like how Melon's going for the capture points at this point here. Very nice. They've stopped B, they've grabbed C, and they're going to stop D as well as they reach 830 points, despite the fact that this is so close on the hit points. You're actually going around getting the kill on Steven here too. They've got all 4 bases. There's only 3 tanks left from Primo. They're not going to be able to stop them all. Sierra's actually dying to even Steven's turret, melting him for plenty of damage here. It keeps rolling. My man's got a new hat on, and he cannot take it off. Look at Sierra bleeding all of his hit points here to Yarrow, Melon, and Friendly Fire. He dies completely and utterly there. Melon equalizing with a very solid performance there. And we're going to see a Game 7, Melon Primo. Top 2 teams on the North America server. And here we are, tiebreaker, very last game. This will decide who is undefeated. And this will decide who is handed their first loss. This does matter for seeding. Of course, both teams have locked their way into top 8 with 5 wins. Sorry, locked their way into top 4 with 5 wins. Assassin with 1600 damage there in the TVP. Kind of predicting that Lomo. He didn't do too great, but you know, that's the TVP. You get your quick damage in. But Melon doing a really good job of managing their resources and taking the capture points back. I really like that play from Melon. Even though things were relatively even hit points wise, at the time it was like a 4-on-4 with around 4k hit points each. It was very smart for Melon to start grabbing the capture points there. And they're just going to continue the types only strats here. They've been doing that basically every single game, reliant on the types. Couple of games dropping a few here and there, but now going right back to it with the Sheridan as the 7th, as our tiebreaker map is Rockfield. This will be a fun one. Typically see a tank put in on the A side, a couple lights maybe towards C. And Primo, are they going to run a light tank? They may have one, they may not. They do, picking a Sheridan. I like the call. I like the call indeed. This is a map where it's very risky to split, but also rewarding. A tends to be very highly contested. And then, if people are contesting A, it's beneficial to go and try to grab the C base. However, if you don't grab this, if you don't have anyone on the C base, you know, you lose it, right? Now you're down on the caps. But if you put someone there, you risk being outnumbered at A. So very tricky map here. Both teams, of course, experts, and I'm sure that they know exactly what they're doing. And I sure hope that they do, because this is it. This determines who wins the set, Melon Joker versus Primo. Looks like Primo will actually send their light tank straight to the seaside to get some initial spots. Tanner might be able to light a couple tanks here. Looks like Melon's actually going to bring their Sheridan more towards the A side. Ooh, nice shot. Ooh, bounces off of Tanner though. But Melon's taking a very aggressive push right into the middle, taking a tank on B right away. A couple tanks right behind him. Tanner actually getting bled out by MJ. And Melon not putting anyone on the A side, and instead, Pew Pew's going to try to push Steely away. He does so successfully, and Primo should get on the A base, but Melon's going to have 2 caps. Good bleeds into Watermelon, but look at Cora here. Cora's a little bit stuck out. Does load his tungsten a little prematurely. Does not end up getting the shot in. May hit Kami here? Doesn't quite seem to have the gun depression to this. May be a wasted tungsten. No, he could shoot Wad or Melon. No shots here from Cora. Wasting the tungsten. Finally, Pramo gets a base, but Melon was able to grab B, but not only do that, but also get out of B just fine. Pramo's got way too many tanks in the A side. Well, I shouldn't say too many. I'm sure they know what they're doing, and they've got plenty of good bleeds in on Melon, but they do reinsert themselves onto B, trying to take it back. Does Melon have the resources to stop it? This is a good play by Pramo here. Melon was starting to take the capture point lead quite a bit, but now Pramo has realized that, you know, Tommy's actually kind of stuck in B potentially here. Assassin Killer looking to get a shot in on him sneakily, but Assassin's kind of stuck in himself. Watermelon took some massive shots there. He's bled a couple times. I think Cora might have been able to put in a big shot there, and Panzer Tanner not quite putting things in here. Melon is trying to make a play over on the C area, though. Cora's still stuck in here. He is full hit points, though. And Tommy's going to drive himself around to get shots on Assassin. Kami's going to join the fight. Yara will as well. Tommy with a bit of an overextension there. Lucky he didn't take that last shot. But Melon does have a weakness in Assassin, Kami, and also Watermelon. But now Chinergy actually helping out on Tommy. He definitely overextended there, and Pramo not taking advantage. They've still got 3 tanks sitting in the A area. Pew Pew's been bled out by plenty from the Sheridan here. Sheridan's actually not taking any damage, and Steely is keeping this one alive against Pew Pew. Pramo was up in the hit points by a good margin. Now it's extremely equalized. Steely does get the kill on Pew Pew off camera. He does take a good couple hits for it. But Pramo's just way too committed on this ace side. Chip getting bled. There's so many tanks low hit points for Melon that are just in the middle of the map. They haven't lost anybody yet, and they've gotten 2 kills of their own. Hit points still dead even. Yarrow will take a hit, but Cora's going to be the next to fall. Yarrow takes another one. Gets the kill on Cora. The hit points are still in Pramo's favor, but it's a 7-on-4. Everybody from Melon is basically a one-shot at this point. They grab the B base back. Steven's going to need to get this kill on Watermelon. He could definitely get it. No, is he going to hit the shot? He needs to hit the shot, and he needs to roll high enough. Watermelon in 656. Another kill from Melon. They get the kill on Tanner. They've still got all 7 tanks. They finally do lose Yarrow, but they've just completely outlasted, keeping all of their guns in the game, and Pramo, despite having the initial hit point advantage, not able to last. Panzer getting 1 good kill, but now the capture points have determined it, and Melon taking game number 7. Fights all over the map was super hard to keep track, but that was just Melon's keeping their guns in the game. They're really well played. I like how they had Steely in the Sheridan fighting against the Type 71, and he managed to stay full hit points for such a long time, despite the fact that Panzer had, or not Panzer, as Pew Pew had so many tanks behind him. He was still getting bled out for so much. Pramo were not able to get kills when it mattered. Tommy overextending in the middle and taking a big punishing for it. And Melon were able to successfully protect Watermelon, who was initially bled out quite a bit, getting away from the B base. Some poor execution from Pramo at the end, and it does cost them their undefeated state. Melon staying alive, 4-3 over Pramo. And that is it. That is day number 3 of the tournament. We can go ahead and I will pull out the rest of the games for today after a quick refresh. See if it works properly. Yes, all of our sets are completed for the day. So if you look at what happened today, we're seeing Tour 5 and 6. Apex beat Evany. Evany took 2 games off of Apex. Damn. Hated beat 404, so Hated is 2-0 today. They're back in it. You're not going to be last place. Evany has still yet to win, but Evany played well today. Pramo 4-0 and Leverage 4-1 against Ponda, so Leverage is back in it with 4 wins, despite starting off with a poor streak. And so if we look at the standings overall, Melon, Apex, Pramo, and Leverage are in your top 4, and it's actually not possible at this point for Hated to make their way back into top 4. They have only 2 wins. Leverage has 4. There's only 1 more set left, and even if Hated wins, Leverage loses, they still have the win count over Hated. Our top 4 has officially been decided today. We are going to see the 3 teams that we expected, Joker, Pramo, and Leverage, And then Apex, of course, surprising everybody with their amazing performance on day 1 against Leverage, and continuing to hold things up nicely with some good wins, keeping themselves at 5, only having lost to Melon so far. Of course, Apex and Primo will fight tomorrow. That is, I don't remember if that's the match that we're watching. I think we might. No, I don't know what we're watching. I'm not sure if it's that. I'll have to double check my spreadsheet here, but our top 4 is officially locked in. There is your set, and I need to go ahead and give the prediction back to everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and end the prediction. 97% of points to Melon. Oh my goodness, if Pramo was able to convert that advantage into a win, holy cow. GG's. Game over? I'm just checking with the delay. Alright, we can give the points to Melon. Congratulations. Done, bozo. But yes, GG's, Yarrow, congratulations on your wins. 6-0, y'all deserve it. Well done. And yeah, so I need to really quickly, I'm going to figure out what my last match will be. I'm going to do that really quickly. What will I be streaming tomorrow? I've already signed up for it, I just don't remember what it is. Tomorrow, I will be watching Leverage. Who is Leverage going to play tomorrow? Let's find out. Leverage Melon tomorrow. Okay, so this will be exciting to see if Melon can continue their undefeated streak, or if Leverage can bounce back and potentially tie up with all the other teams that are fighting for this last spot. Because if Apex beats Pramo, Apex will have 6 wins. Pramo beats Apex, Pramo will have 6 wins, Apex will have 5. So if Leverage wins tomorrow against Melon, there could be a tie for first and a tie for third. Entirely possible. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for it. Of course, everyone's in here. I've got 72 views at the very end of the stream. Now that everything is over, god damn it. Where were y'all earlier? No, I don't care. I appreciate everyone joining in, but this is the end for me, of course. So I am going to go ahead and, let's see, get my raid started right now. So everyone, if you do want to earn some channel points, join the raid that I just clicked up. It'll take you all to a new streamer if you could show them your support. And what happens is if you join the raid, you get channel points, which you can now bet in the bets that are going to be going on tomorrow. And for other things, I usually have some fun redeems that I've turned off for the tournaments, of course, but on a normal chill stream that I like to do, you can enjoy the channel points there. But that is it today. I hope that all of you enjoyed, and as always, stay safe and happy tanking.